Hi fellas, my name is Goran and you are watching Frolic Fella Gardening channel. In today's video I'm gonna talk with you about the great material to start your garden. And this great material are books and YouTube channels and people that really inspired me to start a permaculture. So before we start on the video, I would like you to ask you, subscribe, click a little bell button and you will get notified about every new video that I'm creating. So let's go now. So, before we start about all these people and videos and books that I will suggest you, of course I will everything put down there in the description. I would like you to tell you a short story about how I start to do everything that with permaculture. So I need to go back in time and I have a little notes here that I prepared. I was always doing a garden with my grandfather and he was doing conventional gardening. And now when I'm thinking about it, he didn't have so much worms in his soil because sometimes, I believe I was there at least once a year, he put some chemical fertilizers. Now I would never do that, really, I would never do that, and I suggest you also not to do this. And sometimes in the, I think it was late 2013, winter, beginning of 2014, I watched a movie Into the Wild about Christopher McCandless. It's really a great movie. It's a true story about the guy who lived after college. He just went into the wild, and you know, I will not tell you the entire story because if you didn't watch a movie, I will spoil all the fun. So just watch the movie. And his story really inspired me to do something like that, you know. He cut his credit cards and he just went into the wild, you know. And that was very inspiring for me. And during that time, somehow I end up learning about permaculture and WOOF. So WOOF stands for Worldwide Opportunities on Organic Farms. So that was beginning in 2014, and I was like, okay, I can do that. So my plan was I will work entire summer in the hotel in Croatia, and after that I will go in winter, I will go in Germany. I decided for Germany because at that time people started to live in Croatia for work, and I said, okay, I will go for learning German and I would like to work on the farm. And I have two criteria, so to say. One was horses and the other was permaculture. And my first WOOF experience was somewhere near Munich, and it was great. Everything was fine. They have a big permaculture farm. But you know, it was a fall, almost started the winter, and there was not something that I really wanted, and I couldn't ride horses, and that was, you know, so I just left after 2 weeks because we have it's agreement for 2 weeks. I left and I spent some time in Croatia, very short, and then I went on another farm here in Black Forest. And I was riding horses all the time, you know, and that was great. I really enjoyed it, you know, that was great. And the lady had, she still have a garden, and I was helping her with the garden. And around 2000, so we are now in 2015, I found a job and I have my garden. I was still riding horses and it was great. And during all that time, I was watching these videos about permaculture and gardening and really exploring here and there and stuff like that. And somewhere, just a short back, somewhere in when I found about WOOF and permaculture, I found a guy. His name is Geoff Lawton, and he's from UK, and he has a huge farm in Australia. And what really I found really amazing, when he was talking about food forest, I was like, what the hell is food forest? And then I was watching his videos, and I was hooked really, and you know, and I think I still find him the best permaculturist that I can find online. There are many more, but I just like him. You know, I have my favorites, and the matter of fact, when we talk about favorite, I'm his top fan on his website. And if you have not website, Facebook page, and if you have a Facebook page, you can like my Frolic Fella Facebook page, and I very often I share some of his quotes and videos and stuff like that. You can really you can find something interesting there. So the second person that I found was Charles Dowding. He's practicing no-till gardening, so no digging. It's very useful, and this year I will start to practicing some more of that. And the base of what I understand, I mean, you know, you better watch professional. What I found that the base for everything is compost. And Geoff Lawton is also telling a story about that. It's a compost. This is a base for your garden. And you know, I can tell you, you know, now why I'm doing all these videos, because I really want you to inspire to have your own garden. I found it a great hobby, and you grow your own food. And recently I just wrote a great, I found it great, of course, post on my website. Everything down there is description, so don't worry, everything is written down there. Okay, after I was looking after Geoff Lawton and Charles Dowding, I found about the guy that my host told me about him. His name is John Seymour, and he wrote this great book, Self-Sufficient Life and How to Live It. The book is a little, so to say, yeah, it's very practical. You know, it's not permaculture, but it's very practical, and have lots of illustrations. And you know, maybe if you are having this, I don't know what pages that you are following on the internet, and I mean on the Facebook. The guy, maybe you've heard somewhere 1 acre farm. And then it's the 5 acre farm. You know, how can you really start your garden and your farm? And it's great. It's very practical. It have here, I like it here. It's have a really big vegetables through the year. And I always come here and I look, okay, what vegetables we will sow and plant and stuff like that, and have about every vegetable, everything is inside. You know how to grow, soil treatment, care and stuff like that. But it's not only about vegetables; it's about entire farm. So how to raise pigs, how to raise chickens, how to, I don't know, making wine. I'm openly managing waste. It's really practical. Everything is inside. It's really a great book, and I'm always keeping this book near me, and I really like to just open and read it. And it have really some inspirational quotes inside that I find it very, very interesting and very, very good. So after John Seymour, I will suggest you, maybe you heard of him, Sepp Holzer's Permaculture. What I find very, very good about Sepp Holzer is because he have they are not so much practical, partly they are practical advices inside. It's about him. It's good because what I found interesting for me, because he have a farm. It's called Krameterhof in Austria, and it's on 1,000 to 1,500 meters above the sea level. It's a huge farm, 45 hectares, and it's I find it good just to reading and get some ideas, and you know, this is a start point, or also a start point to look more into something that I find it very interesting. Great book. During that time when I was looking, I don't know, I cannot tell you in which order that I found about these people. I found about Richard Perkins. He have also a YouTube channel, and I mean, everything that I'm talking about now, you will find it in the description. Richard Perkins is also a British guy, and he went in Sweden, and he is of the most north point to have a permaculture farm. And I was following, he's really elaborating everything about farm and food and raising chickens and stuff like most, like John Seymour and Sepp Holzer and Richard Perkins. They are mostly talking about the farms, not only gardens, farms, but they are talking about permaculture and these principles, and this is really great. And recently, just last year in some November, I ordered his book, and it's full of practical ideas and lots of information inside. But that's, you know, most of this information really I'm not interested, because I have a garden with vegetables. I don't have animals, but it's great, really. Another very nice book. So moving on to some of the YouTube channels, and I wrote it down. During this period that I'm looking and searching for the videos, I have great. He's not so well known. His channel's name is Homesteading DownUnder. I think the guy lives somewhere in Tasmania, and I like it. He's he's older guy, and he's creating videos, and he's giving you really a lot of information. Another great channel is the gardening channel with James Prigioni, or Prigioni, I don't know. The guy is in New Jersey. He's also practicing permaculture. I think he doesn't have chickens in the mall. Okay, maybe he have now, but very great. Lots of explanations. He's also mentioned Sepp Holzer in some of his videos, and I believe that on his channel you can find some really great information. And of course there is Geoff Lawton, like I said before, and there is a YouTube channel, 1 Yard Revolution. Also, I think that's a couple. They have a really small garden, but it's flourishing. I don't know where it is, but it's nice. It's very good. It's really good channel. I suggest you. And then there is a HuwsNursery. He's a young boy from UK. I think his first video started like 9 years ago, something like that. You know, really, he's a lot of time on YouTube. Some videos you will not find it interesting, but some videos maybe you find it. And last but not least, I just received recently this book as a gift from a friend. She lives in UK, and it's a bee garden, so plants and planting plants for a bee garden. And I found it interesting because in the future I would like to have bees. I will join in the local bee club or club, I don't know this what they have here. I already did some beekeeping with this one guy that I met. He's a friend of my host here in Germany, and I really like it. You know, bees are really great, and this book, you know, these are entire plans for what flowers to plant for your bees. It's very nice. And now that that I'm moving almost to the end of the video, I was really talking too much, and I'm sorry for my English. It's not great. It's okay. I'm from Croatia and living in Germany, so all these languages are mixing like this in my head. But that doesn't matter. So if you are watching this video somewhere from Croatia, hi there. I can say you Reciklirano imanje Vukomerić. They have their publications. It's called ZMAG, Zelena mreža aktivističkih grupa, ako se ne varam. You can find the permaculture book there. And if you are here in Germany or anywhere from other part of the world, there are lots of permaculture books online that you can just download for free and just start learning about permaculture. But practical stuffs are more better. You know, there are also permaculture courses. You can take that. They cost sorry, they cost some money, of course. But if you think that that you can learn better that way, you can do it. I'm doing that through the internet, YouTube, and these books that I have, and I find it very good. And now it's a time. It's beginning of February, and now it's time for me to order seeds. I just received this book. It's called Dreschflegel. They're organic seeds from the farms here around Germany, and it's really nice, you know. And they have their website, and you know, every seed that you order, you know from who you order. There are like 15 or 20 farms, and what I found a little bit difficult, it's because mostly these farms are around 300 meters to 400 meters above the sea level, and our garden is 550, and we have a little bit this mountain climate, and it's a little bit cold in the night, during the summer nights. During the winter we are completely covered with snow, and that's why I found this Sepp Halzer's book very, very good, because he's having a farm on high altitude. And I mean, this is it for today's video. If you find this video interesting, just click subscribe and click some like, leave a comment. Yeah, sometimes it's good to leave a comment.